beginning to discuss areas that we might move forward on together. And that's what the American people want us to do, is find ways to revive our economy, improve American lives, enhance the security of this nation. And I'm grateful to begin those discussions on behalf of the President-elect with you today.
So there's Mike Pence telling Republicans to buckle up. He says the new administration plans to move quickly through its agenda in the first 100 to 200 days. Juan Williams, Fox News political analyst and author of We the People, and Mercedes Schlapp, former media spokesperson for President George W. Bush. 1 in a million, mercy, mercy me. So Pence says buckle up, Congress. We're coming at you, Mercy. What do you think?
Well, you know, a unified government can be a very productive time for Congress. As we know, Donald Trump is a doer. He's fast-paced. You know, he barely sleeps, so he's going to move forward and get things done. And I think Congress is going to be incredibly ready here. They're going to move forward, I think, Bill, on obviously Obamacare. We know that parts of the Affordable Care Act is part of this budget, were passed as a part of budget reconciliation. That means they can bypass a filibuster. They don't need that threshold of 60 votes in the Senate. This is going to give Congress an opportunity to move forward and dismantle parts of Obamacare and put forward a better plan from the Republican side.
Juan, what do you make of that, and what do you think is the biggest fight ahead?
Well, I think there's an immediate fight. Funding for the government runs out December 9th, Bill, and so they've got to do some short-term work just to keep the government going. The question is, on the Republican side, can we use some maneuvers to really get by that and allow the incoming Trump administration to set the spending levels rather than allow the current Congress and the current administration to be involved in that? And they also want to include in that some provisions that would allow the incoming administration to quickly undo some some Obama-era regulations. Well, you know, for a lot of Democrats, that's a poison pill. And so you still have Democrats with sufficient numbers in the Senate to mount a filibuster, and I think you're going to see some short-term fireworks as a result.
Okay, all right, then. Paul Ryan said this will be the most productive Congress, Mercedes, in a long, long time. That's his quote, insisting that they'll move forward. But it's going to take time, and there could very well be speed bumps.
It will, and those first 18 months are critical. And I have to tell you, one thing to look for are those vulnerable Democrats in red states that are up in 2018. You're going to see them in the Senate willing to work with the Donald Trump administration and with Republicans on issues like Obamacare, on issues like tax reform, and cutting back on regulations. And I think those are going to be the two first issues that Congress will tackle. And you're going to see what Donald Trump does. He keeps a list, a checklist of just items that he wants to push through and ensure that we get these lists of accomplishments. And he has the opportunity to do that. The question is, how obstructionist will the Democrats be? I think they're going to be a bit limited, but they still have the opportunity to filibuster.